Yes, good morning, friends. So, in last video, we have started the induction machine, that is module 5. In that, we have studied the construction part. So, in next upcoming videos, we shall study these aspects of induction motor, concept of RMF and how to produce that, and working principle of induction motor, and slip and its significance, rotor frequency, need of starter and star delta starter. It is one of the very important part of this chapter, and slip and its significance is also important. Working principle is these 3 points are much important in the induction motor, and last we shall solve the problem on that. So step by step I will keep on solving all these things. So we shall start with the RMF. What is RMF? So first we shall study what is RMF here. RMF nothing but it is the rotating magnetic field. RMF nothing but it is the rotating magnetic field. So magnetic field of constant magnitude means what? Its value is constant value, fixed value. So magnitude is of fixed value which is rotating in nature. So magnitude of magnetic field of constant value or a fixed value rotating in nature, that is called as rotating magnetic field. Where it is required. So main working principle of induction motor, depending on what parameter? So depending on this rotating magnetic field, this plays important role in the working principle of induction motor. Then how it is how does it can produce? So we can produce this one. This rotating magnetic field can be produced, that we shall study now. How it can be produced here. Now, as per in construction we have studied, right? So it is the motor. Say it is the motor. So motor consists of what? Stator and rotor. Motor consists of what? Stator and rotor. These two main part we have in the induction motor, stator and rotor. So stator nothing but what? It is the winding. So stator conductors, right? Stator conductors nothing but stator windings. Stator windings are in two types. One is star connected stator winding, or sometimes it may be delta connected. In two possible way we are connecting the winding. One is the star connection, another is the delta connected. So it is star connected like this. So already we have studied in case of three phase, what is star or delta? So it is the delta connected winding. So like that we are representing the stator winding. We are representing the stator winding like this. It is stator winding. Stator winding of star connection, stator winding of delta connection. So like this we are representing. Yes, now when you give supply to the stator winding, when you give three phase supply to the stator winding, when you give three phase supply to the stator winding, next what happens here? We are giving supply. Supply is given, then there is a current in the stator winding. Whenever you apply the supply, current will start flowing into the winding. Current starts flowing into the winding. So whenever current flows, there is a flux. This rule we know, right? Faraday's law. Whenever in that conductor, whenever current flows, if it is the conductor, in that conductor if current flows, surrounding to that there is field will be created, flux will be created. Like this happens here. Whenever there is supply, current will flow through the windings. In that winding nothing but what? These are the conductors. In that conductor, whenever current flow, surrounding to that there is a field or flux will be created. Now this flux will be created. As we studied, it is a three phase supply. It is three phase supply means what? There are three phases. Means what? Three phase supply given, three current will flow, three fields will be generated. What are those? So for Y are connected, for a R winding, it is flux produced will be phi R. For a Y connection, flux produced by Y winding is the phi Y. That is equal to what? Phi M sine omega t minus 120 degree. This is phi M sine of omega t. So it is reference is the R is the reference. Next, Y is having angle difference of 120 degree. All three phase having how much angle? 120 degree phase shifts. Already we know this one. So next we have B winding. So it is the phi M sine omega t minus of 240 degree. Reference R with respect to R to Y 120 degree. With respect to R to B 240 degree. With respect to R, Y, B. R to Y 120. R to B 240 degree. So like that we are writing. It is the flux values of different three phases. Now we can add those. We'll get the resultant value. Phi R is equal to how much? Phi R. So phi resultant is. Resultant equal to what? Phi R plus phi V, phi B. So if you add all those things, we'll get the resultant flux. We'll get the resultant flux. So resultant flux is 1.5 times of the maximum flux. Always remember this one. Resultant flux will be equal to 1.5 times of the maximum flux. Like that we have reduced this one. We have got the resultant flux value. This resultant flux, what happens here? Due to interaction between these three, so resultant flux is having the rotating in nature. That will be rotating. So the interaction between these three that rotates the resultant flux. That rotates the resultant flux. That's why so it is called as rotating magnetic field. So magnetic field produced by all three windings creates the resultant flux which is rotating in nature. That's why it is called as rotating magnetic field. RMF will be generated. So like that RMF will be generated. So this is the concept of RMF. What is RMF and how it can be? It is the RMF and how to produce the RMF. This part we have studied now. This part we have studied now.